In today's video, I'm going to show you how to download, install and set up CrossOver on your Mac. The first thing we need to do is to download CrossOver. To do this, we first want to open our web browser and you want to go to the CodeWeaver's website, and I'll leave this linked in the description below. From here, you want to select CrossOver in the top header, and once you're inside the CrossOver page, you want to scroll down and you want to select Free Trial. Now you want to scroll down again and you want to make sure you're on macOS, and then you want to enter in your name and email address and you want to select Download Trial Now. If you are interested in paying for a license, you want to go back to the CrossOver page we were at previously, and then you want to scroll down and you want to select Buy Now. If you scroll down, here it's going to give you some pricing information. Now it's important to note that this is not a subscription, however you are paying for 12 months of developer support. So once that 12 months has ended, you can still use the current version of CrossOver, however you will not be able to update to a newer version unless you pay for an additional 12 month support. Now we've downloaded the CrossOver application, we just need to install it to our Mac, and to do this you simply want to drag and drop it into your applications folder. Now it's inside of your applications folder, we can go ahead and open it up just like any other application. When you open it for the first time, you see this pop up, so you want to select Open. You may be prompted to install Rosetta, which is a translation layer which allows you to run Intel based software on Apple Silicon Macs. So you want to go ahead and click on Install, and this will only take a few seconds, and once we're ready we're going to select Done. And then you'll be prompted to begin your free trial, so you want to select Try Now. However, if you already have a license like I do, you want to select Unlock with Purchase Information, and then you want to enter in your email and password associated with your CodeWeaver's account. Once you've done this, CrossOver will open for the first time and it will look like this. So the way CrossOver works is by taking Windows instructions and translating them into Mac instructions, so it's like you're running the game directly on your Mac. It also keeps its installation files and folders in its own contained environment called a bottle. So when you install Windows games and software, all of the information such as game files and dependencies will all be separated from the Mac files themselves. So to install a game to your Mac, you want to go ahead and search for it in the search bar. And for the example of this video, I want to run my Steam games. So I'm going to search for Steam, and I'm going to select it from the list. Here it's going to give you an overview of some of the details when it installs Steam, and once you're ready you want to select Install. And this is going to install the Windows version of Steam inside of its own bottled environment. During the installation process you'll be prompted to install some dependencies, so you just want to follow the prompts on screen. Now we've successfully installed Steam, I'm going to deselect Run Steam and select Finish. And now you should see the Steam bottled environment in the left hand side menu, and when you select it, it's going to look like this. So to open Steam, you simply want to select it. And now we just want to go ahead and log into our Steam account. And once you've logged into your Steam account, it will then open the Windows version of Steam, and you can start using it just as you normally would. So to install games, we're just going to head over to our library. And now we could just go ahead and install any game that we want. Before we install a game on our Mac, I do recommend we check the Compatibility database to see how well it runs. So to do this, we first want to open our web browser, and you want to go to the CodeWeaver's website. From here you want to select the search icon, and then you want to search the game of your choice. So for the example of this video, I'm going to search for Schedule 1. And once we're inside the game information page, we're going to scroll down, and here it's going to give us a rating, and as you can see, this game runs great. If you scroll down further, we can see different ratings for the different version of CrossOver. So as of recording this video, the latest version is 25.1.1, and then you see individual ratings from there. If we hover over the information icon next to the review, here we can see some additional information, and sometimes people may inform us of their startup options, which is important to note for later. So now we know this game runs well, we can exit out of the website and go back to Steam. And then we want to go ahead and install that game, knowing that it runs well. So now we've installed Schedule 1, we can either launch it from Steam directly, or we can launch it from the CrossOver application. And because it gets installed as an application on our Mac, we can go ahead and open it just as you can with any other application. And as you can see, we are now playing Schedule 1 on our Mac, and we can go ahead and start playing it just as we normally would. Before launching a game, sometimes we need to change the advanced settings for that bottle. So to do this, we first want to select the bottle that the game is installed to, and then in the right hand side menu you see your advanced settings. Most of the time leaving these on the default settings is okay. However, for example, if we go back to the database, This person here is saying that the Steam overlay works with the DXMT graphics settings. So to do this, you want to head back over to Advanced Settings, and where it says Graphics, you want to select the drop down menu, and we're going to select DXMT. Now, the next time we launch Schedule 1, we shall be able to use the Steam overlay. Just bear in mind though that these are user reviews, so you may need to do some experimenting to get the best settings for yourself. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to use CrossOver, I'll leave that video linked in the description below. And that's it, so if this video is helpful, please leave a like, and if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below.